Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sports News Flash at 12. I am your weekend sports anchor, Mike Medina. I hope you guys are having a terrific weekend. And boy, it has been a crazy week for sports. So let's get straight to it. First things first, I want to talk about WrestleMania. Next weekend is WrestleMania in Hollywood. This excites me because when I first found out about WrestleMania will be held in Hollywood, the first thing I thought to myself, I gotta go over there. I gotta book tickets. But so much has changed in a year. At first I said I'm gonna do it, then I said I'm not. I just rather, watch it for free at home on Peacock. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do, cover it from home. And I just hope that, for example, the main event, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. I hope that Cody Rhodes becomes the champion, and I hope that Roman Reigns um long-term title reign comes to an end. I like Roman Reigns as a villain. I feel that the cocky personality suits him well, but I just feel that it's time for him to give up the belt to someone. And I feel that Cody Rhodes, with everything that's been going on with his momentum, him winning the Royal Rumble, everything he has gone through, battling injuries, I feel like this is his moment to win the belt. So if I were the boss, I would go with Cody Rhodes to give him this moment. I feel that he's ready, and I just hope that Cody Rhodes wins. But I fear that's not going to happen. They're just going to continue. Roman Reigns will belt for like 10, 20, 50 years. Probably even when he's deceased, they'll probably have him holding the belt. And obviously there's no, I'm just joking about the whole deceased part. I have to say that because, everything is so sensitive nowadays. But you guys know what I'm trying to say is that, you know, it gets tiring at some point that you see uh, a popular wrestler or any wrestler hold a belt for so long. I mean, if I was tired of Triple H holding the belt for like what, 9 months back in December 2002, all the way to September 2003, if I got tired during that stretch that he was holding the belt, is even much worse with Roman Reigns. So I really hope that Cody Rhodes win this matchup, and the company give him this WrestleMania moment for him. You also have Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Dominic Mysterio, father versus son. And Dominic Mysterio has been crossing the line numerous times, and he has finally pushed Rey Mysterio way too far to the point where well, in the last SmackDown episode, he finally punched Dominic Mysterio, and he said, this is what you want? Okay, fine. We'll fight at WrestleMania." So I feel old because I remember Dominic being this little kid, um, being part of the whole Rey Mysterio Eddie Guerrero feud, which was back in 2005. And I just feel old. I remember I was 14 at the time, and now being uh, a 31-year-old man and seeing, this kid grew up is just it's just unbelievable. And now he's going to WrestleMania, and he'll be fighting with his father for WrestleMania. That's huge. That's huge. But yeah, I'm looking, and that's one of the matchups that I'm looking forward to at WrestleMania. I want to talk a little bit about some of the best WrestleMania moments. Stone Cold Steve Austin winning his first belt against Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 14, which was the beginning of the Austin era. The Rock versus Stone Cold the following year, even though they headlined 3 WrestleManias together, but I like the first one out of the 3. That was great. John Cena and Batista winning their first titles at WrestleMania 21. 2005, both of them became the two biggest stars since the Attitude Era, which was The Rock and Stone Cold. Those are some of my favorite memories. Also at WrestleMania 21, Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. That is one of the best matches I've ever seen in my life. Two great wrestlers putting an outstanding show on the biggest stage at WrestleMania. That was great. Kurt Angle won the match, but it was a phenomenal performance by Shawn Michaels. I think he will receive a standing ovation after the match. Rey Mysterio the following year, WrestleMania 22, winning the World Heavyweight title in a triple threat match. There's just so many great WrestleMania moments that I have witnessed that the company has produced and has on their record. So when you think about WrestleMania, it's like Super Bowl wrestling. So there's so many outstanding moments in WrestleMania. There's so many of them, but I just had to mention a few of those that stands out to me. Let's go with college basketball now. Rick Pitino is the new head coach of St. John's Red Storm. For those of you who don't know, I'm a St. John's fan, born and raised in New York, and Rick Pitino, born in New York City, raised in Long Island. So this was a perfect match. Rick Pitino, he's back in the Big East where he became a star as a head coach. He signed a 6-year contract. Pitino, as we know, the 70-year-old man, he's going to go straight into work. He does not play around. He's all about winning, winning, winning. So, business is business. He loves to win. I think in about 2 or 3 years, we're going to see St. John's, a powerhouse team. Look, Rick Pitino is a legendary head coach, right? So he has won 832 games in 34 seasons as a college head coach. He's a 2-time NCAA champion. He won in 1996 with Kentucky and in 2013 with Louisville. And we're going to stick with college basketball because another head coach got a contract, and his name is Bobby Hurley. Arizona State has signed head coach Bobby Hurley to a 2-year contract extension. He has spent 8 seasons with the Sun Devils. He posted a 141-113 record with 3 NCAA tournament appearances. Arizona State went 21-13 this season. They lost in the first round to number 6 seed TCU, but we all know the impact Bobby Hurley has on these players and in that program. Hurley is one of the several former Duke players under Coach K who went on to become a head coach. So Coach K has done a great job to mold these players into role models, and Bobby Hurley is one of them. He is a 2-time champion when he won it with Christian Laettner, Grant Hill, and Coach K in his Duke playing days. And now, hopefully, in the future, he could do something similar as a head coach with Arizona State. So congratulations to Bobby Hurley and Arizona State on the contract extension. Hopefully these next 2 seasons will be much more better for him and the program. Now we're going to go into hockey. This one is huge. Russian player, Washington Capitals captain, Alex Ovechkin passes Wayne Gretzky for most 40-goal NHL seasons. You heard right. The Great A surpasses the Great One. It happened against the Columbus Blue Jackets in the first period, where he reached the milestone. The Great A now has 13 40-goal seasons, and Wayne Gretzky is second place now with 12. Congratulations to the Great A. It's an unbelievable career. It's unbelievable that he is still performing in the level that he is performing at this stage of his career. And it's just been a phenomenal and a joy to watch him play for all these years. For today's Triple M's quick takes, we're going to go into NHL's Pride Month, week, night, whatever the hell you want to call it. Several players in the NHL, like the Stahl brothers, are refusing to wear Pride jerseys because of their Christian beliefs. And me personally, I'm against the whole Pride thing that's going on in sports. We need more players that are not afraid to speak up, that are not afraid to stand up for what they believe in and stick by their word. All right? I feel that it's ridiculous and embarrassing that you have some of these teams changing their logos to a tutti frutti rainbow color logo of their team. So listen, a lot of these leagues, teams, you might see them support this kind of thing, but I can tell that a lot of them deep down, they don't want to, but they're doing it because it's a money grab. Also, they don't want to be canceled. They don't want to be criticized. They don't want to be called homophobic. But you have some of these players, especially Russian players, who are opting out, who are refusing to wear Pride jerseys because of their Christian beliefs, because of what they stand for, what they believe in. And that's what it's all about, you know. You can't be afraid. You just can't, you know. Stick to what you believe in. And why force it? Stop jamming into people's throat that you had to support this, you had to do this, you had to do that. No, if they don't want to, they don't want to. It's their choice. So I could say more about the subject, but it's just crazy with what we're seeing in sports nowadays. Good or great? For this one, I would go with the 2023 Vanderbilt baseball team. Are they good or are they great? I would say they are a great team. Vanderbilt is known for building a great program. They have a great baseball program. The other day, against Mississippi State, a team that they faced in the 2021 College World Series, they annihilated this team. They won 26-3. And in this game, Parker Noland, he set a single game program record with 11 RBIs and 2 grand slams. I mean, this team is great. It's great. They're currently 18-5, and they are on a 6-game winning streak this season. I feel that they are one of those teams that can give Ole Miss, who are the defending champions, a run for their money for this year's College World Series. So Vanderbilt, I've always been a fan, and I still respect them to this day, of a program that produces great talent. David Price came out of that program. Dansby Swanson, who's now a Chicago Cub, came out of that program. So Vanderbilt, they're a force to be reckoned with. So I say that they're a great team this season. That's a wrap for today's Sports News Flash at 12. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy the Elite Eight games. It's been crazy March Madness. I didn't go into depth about the highlights of March Madness because you'll be seeing that in the MMA Journal when me and my partner, A.V. Jones, will be talking about it in the playlist series called Talking March Madness. So look out for that. So always be safe. And may God bless you all. Have a great Sunday, everybody.